Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 15. I always lose count, but episode 15 of the Ashton Gate 8. You'll see we are now up into February, 10th Feb. Transfer window has slammed shut, and we are still sitting pretty in the automatic promotion places. We are second in the league, 4 points behind Leeds, and it's gone well. We went 15 games unbeaten in the league before Fulham turned around a 2-goal lead. I don't know what it was. It was just one of them games, nothing you can really do about it. They just seem to just come at us and come at us and come at us. But I'm very, very happy about how it's going. I'm happy about how we're doing. But I think the concerning thing is that we do ship goals. Obviously, you saw the Wouterberger one. That was a worldie. Then we played West Brom. Jason Mulumby scored from a free kick. We conceded 3 to Fulham. Conceded they had 2 shots, I think, Preston, in this game. Dwayne Holmes scored off one of them. I'm pretty sure it was 2. 2 shots on target, scored a goal. So we're absolutely peppering teams. Again, Coventry. We battered Coventry. I think Sotacek it was 2 shots on target, 2 goals. So we just need to be very, very careful about how we're performing defensively, and it is something that the board and the fans have picked up on. Because if you look, we don't really keep many clean sheets. It's become a bit of an issue at one stage. Timo Horn. To be fair to him, it's 8. It's 8 clean sheets, but when we do concede, we concede like a lot of goals. So we just need to be very, 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 very careful about how we are going forward. But we're going to have a look at the transfer history, get to see what happened for the rest of January. So if we go down to January, then you will have seen the transfers of Andre Borza, who was yet to make his debut. He has been playing for the under-21s, but he is coming back from that knee ligament damage. Hans Nicolucci Caviglia, who again you saw, good player. He's done quite well since he's come in. A 6.80, 3 substitute appearances. Also brought in Ignacio Miramon, who you'll have seen towards the end of that episode. He turned us down once and then randomly came to us 2 days later. A very good player. Started one game. Came off the bench with the others, 6.93 average rating. And then Fallu Diouf, who came in from Generation Foot for, nothing. 135k, potential cost of 165k. He's already improving. He's played 1 game off the bench, played the rest of his football, 2 games for the under-21s, and 7.15 for the under-21s, and a 7.20 for us. This lad's going to be some player. He's got about 1.5 stars worth. It's a 4.5 star potential player for 135k. That was a great signing. And then one to sort of give us a bit of backup on the wings, Jeremy Sarmiento came in on loan. Again, Julian Ward found him, but he fits the mould of what we say. He was on loan at West Brom last season. 37 games, 8 goals, 3 assists, 6.91. Played 3 full games from the looks of it for Brighton. It was 3 substitute appearances for Brighton, and gets a 6.70 average rating. So he's come in on loan just sort of to back us up. Again, he's been playing for the under-21s just to get a bit of match sharpness. So yeah, they were the ins. I feel like we've addressed the issues in the squad. We've shipped out a lot. You'd have seen, I think Kasim Adams was the last one you seen leave. So he went out to Al Fire. Ross McCrory, Stefan Bajic gone, Gianfranco Chavez, Daniel Maldini, Baden Stromberg, Tom Bayliss, and Pelly Ruddock all left the club. Delhi turned down about 5 or 6 different moves. It was very, very frustrating, as did Arthur Okonkwo. And a couple of loan deals ended. Elijah Morrison, his loan deal at Port Vale ended. We did put him back on the loan list. He didn't want to go. He turned down a couple of moves. One of them was to Stockport, but again, a young lad who has just developed leaps and bounds. Can we have a look at his progress of all time? Here you go. His acceleration's gone up. His agility's gone up. Balance, everything's going up physically, mentally, technically. He's just getting better. So one to watch out for. He's going to play the remainder of the games for the under-21s, although he is in and around the first team if need be. We are still managing game time of players. And yeah, I think that's it. Transfer-wise, Raekwon Nelson, you'll see, has got 10 goals and 8 assists now for Reading, has played 35 matches. Oh my word, he is just. I mean, he's just going to be some player, isn't he? He's still got about a star and a half. No, maybe a full star. No, a star and a half. Yeah, he's got a star and a half's worth of potential left in him, and he looks that good already. I really, really like Raekwon Nelson, as you guys know. So that's pretty much all we're going to talk about. Not really an awful lot going on outside of the transfer window. You see, there's a lot of loans in this starting 11, and I think this is the starting 11 we are going to go for the Birmingham game, which we will live com for you. Tom Cannon and Tommy Conway still just cementing their positions up front. Tom Cannon, favourite personnel is now me. Favourite club is Bristol City as a player. If we can sign him, I really, really want Tom Cannon to come in. I think he's potentially a Premier League level striker. And the three strikers we've got, the Scott, Tommy Conway, Tom Cannon, I think all three of them can play in the Premier League. So we want to try and keep them about. You've got Sam Bell knocking around. There's some sort of backup on the wings or up front. He's kicking off slightly, but to be honest, lad, again, he's got a bit of potential in him, but I just don't think he's going to reach it. He's slowed right down. He's only 22. Obviously, there is now the option of having like late bloomers on the game, but I still don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to get there. Trevor Grinsell's continued his good form for the first team. He got another goal. He has now scored 2 goals. Again, don't be too worried about the downwards arrows. It tends to happen with 16-year-old players. They peak and trough, peak and trough, peak and trough. So I think he's going to, again, in the long run, he's just going to be a great little player. I don't need to say any more about him. He consistently performs when he comes in. Andre Boers is still not quite fit, is he? Yeah, okay, we're happy with that bench then. We're going to start Miramon and Nicolosi for the first time. And one person who we did try and sign on deadline day, it was another sign, and Julian Ward had put forward to us, is Ukrainian centre-back Edward Kozik. Playing for Shakhtar, only played 4 games for them, so he breaks the mould slightly of what we normally do. But the fact he was so cheap, if we look at the transfer detail, it's £4.1 million. I believe that is really spread out as well. So if we sign him, 1.5 million is going to go now, and then anything else is coming out of subsequent transfer budget. So he will come in the summer. 21 years of age. We've now got, I'd say, starting centre backs in the squad. We've got Hayden Roberts, who I think he is the starter at 22. We've also got Naimichi Ueda, Japanese international, who performs every single time he plays. Rob Dickey has become pretty much like the old guard, only 28. Jordan Lapham, who has now gone from unambitious to resilient and determination, jumps up to 16. So he will only get better. Another young 16-year-old player. We've got options, is what I'm trying to say. We've got options, particularly at the back. We obviously still need to get rid of Chavez, but we've got options there. We've got options in and around the first team. We've got young lads coming through. We've got lads who in their early 20s where yeah. What am I trying to say? Kozik's a bit of a against the grain. We don't know whether he's good or not, but he's got another 2.5 stars, another 2 stars of current ability that he could get to. But is a current international for Ukraine. He will fit directly into the squad. He can play a couple of positions, stamina and strength. He's tall, he's fairly loyal, plays short, simple passes, dives into tackles, refrains to take long shots. Just a proper centre-half. Nice and aggressive, nice and committed, decent determination. I like the look of him. If you look at his international appearances as well, he does get game time for Ukraine. So he sort of breaks the mould. But I'm happy for Julian Ward to do that because I do actually trust his judgment to players. Obviously, Liverpool director of football or technical director in real life. So he's got a good pedigree. And you know what? Some of the players he's found have been really good. I can't complain. So a player that we are looking at, just to show you this, it's Jed Spence. He's transfer listed for 4.3 million, and Radu Baku, however you want to say it, has been looking at him. But if you think about how we calculate what we do, he was at Leeds last year, 38 games, 1 goal, 12 assists, a 7.2 average rating. Can play right back, right wing back, right wing, right winger. He can play the whole lot. That's what he's very attacking, but he's still quite raw. 24 years of age. The scouts seem to think he won't get much better. So for 24, if you can bring him in as like a right back and train him up for 2-3 years, get the best years out of him, you sell him on. He's one that we need to keep an eye on. I'm going to actually add him to the shortlist for a year. Because really, if you think about our right back situation, we do obviously have Ronald Jones, who hasn't really developed all that much out on loan at Gateshead, which is quite concerning. So other than that, we've only really got Simon Santos Lingbo, who is a good player in his own right, but is in his prime and won't improve much. And then you have got Emil Kraft, who is in his 30s now. Good player still. I think, again, natural fitness at 12, he can still go for a little while longer yet. But we don't have that proper out-and-out right back, like attacking player who can defend, get forward, up and down the pitch, can supplement the right wing like we do out on the left. So somebody like Jed Spence would be a decent signing to bring in. Give him 2-3 years in the first team, allow Ronald Jones to go out on loan for 2-3 years. You can see I'm thinking ahead, I'm planning ahead. I've been very, very happy with this save. I really have. Cozy Dewberry is improving again, is playing the majority of his games out on the left to accommodate Dango Tara. But you know what? He's actually been performing really well. If we look at his form as an attacking midfield left, 7.5, 7.2, 0.2, 7.5, 8, 6. He's really, really performing out wide left. And that's a good thing, you know. That's a good thing. We've got players who can play in multiple different positions. Obviously, we have spoke about Cameron Pring. I'm probably going to try and sell him in the summer and let the new left back take the reins, really. Timo Horner signed a new 3-year deal. He's here until 2027. And that, I want to say, is all we've got for you. So we're going to do two quick games. Andre Bors is still not quite fit. Ronald is back fit. He's so injury prone, Ronald. It's very frustrating watching him. Ballard, by the way, Duncan Ballard is the top goal scorer in the league, or one of the top goal scorers in the league. Dango, you're going on the bench, Dango. Instead of Sarmiento, Ronald, Cozy Dewberry, Scott, Sam Bell. We'll drop Sam Bell for this game just to put Sarmiento on the bench, and we will give Sarmiento some game time. We can't, because we can only have 5 loan players in there. So if we drop Ian Matson and we put Trev's already on the bench, isn't he? We'll put Sam Bell back in. There you go. Sam Bell back in. Here we go. So the squad number, I believe, is Sarmiento, who can have number 28. So Birmingham's lineup then will be Ballard, Keshi Anderson, Miyoshi Roberts, Sunyut Bajcetic, Harvey Vale playing at left back, Zach Orr, Zach Viner, Dion Sanderson and John Ruddy, and their new manager is Mitchell van der Gag. But yeah, I did mention him, Duncan Ballard. I think he is the top goal scorer in the league. We'll have a little look. We'll have a little look when the game. We'll pause it. Let's pause it. Let's have a little look. Tactics and subs. Opposition. Dom Ballard doesn't look all that good. He's on loan from Southampton. He's a young lad who... Did he come through Reading? No, he went on loan to Reading. Dom Ballard, 13 goals in the league this season. Look at him. He doesn't really look all that good, but he's fantastic. So we just need to keep an eye on him. It's a game where I wanted to show these 2 games because we need to win realistically to keep ourselves in second place, because there's a few teams sort of sniffing around us and we want to keep the pressure on the teams above us. That being said, we are at league table season, aren't we? So we want to keep pressure on Leeds. We want to take the pressure away from Middlesbrough, who are the only team really close enough to catch us. So any points extra away sort of cements our place in second. As Miyoshi picks it up, Nicolucci wins it back. Well done. Diouf. Fucking hell, Diouf. Smashes that back to Horn. Roberts to Miramon. Bringing us forward, Miramon. That's a good run. Tommy Conway back to Nicolucci. Here's Diouf. He's got to be careful, Diouf, actually. Young lad. They're going to put pressure on him whenever they can. And they are pressing very high, but Cozy Dubry with a chance to deliver! Boom! Or shall I do the Adam Cole? Boom! Tom Cannon. The artillery. They are aggressive. Aggressive tackling from Birmingham, but Cozy Dubry draws two of them over. Tom Cannon at the near post. Close those legs, Sean Ruddy. So this is the thing, though, is that the thing is we do well against teams like this, but because we're prone to conceding some very silly goals, that is essentially what happens. Is you've seen it. I've shown you two examples of games where they had two shots on target and scored two goals. So it's just something we really need to be wary about. And Birmingham are packing the box for this corner. Miyoshi will take it. It's a cracking delivery. Sunjic skins the top of the crossbar. So Fulham have been leapfrogged by Blackburn. Ipswich drop a position. Hull and Leeds looks like they play tomorrow. As we've got a corner and we've packed the box now. Santos Lingbo. What can he deliver? He scored his first goal, did they, actually, Santos? That's a good ball in. It's headed away. Miramon gets it back out to Lingbo. Pulls it back to Nicolucci. Oh, well blocked. Pring gets up. Bouncing around. And Ballard gets it away. Cozy Dubry. This should be the end of the highlight. Yes, it is. Wouldn't it be nice if Hull did us a favour? If Hull did us a favour and beat Leeds, we'd be a point behind. With, again, still a long way to go in the Championship. A long, long way. But the fact we've got Blackburn next, I don't like this. Miyoshi. Headed away by Tom Cannon. Here is Roberts. Back to Miyoshi. Miyoshi! Good save. Good save, Timo Horn. Miyoshi is a problem. The midfield and defence are doing well. So I'm not entirely sure what we need to change. I know it's offset pieces, but Miramon. How did we get Miramon on loan? Honestly. How? He's great. Didn't he have like a 6.91 in League One? What a ball, Cameron Pring and Tom Cannon! Boom! Tom Cannon takes the pressure off by getting... It's another assist from Pring. It's going to be a sad day when Cameron Pring leaves, you know. It's going to be a sad, sad day. And this was off their set piece. We're just in. We're just in, and that finish is good, you know. So 2-0 going into the break. Birmingham have been piling the pressure on, but not really creating. It's just Miyoshi we need to be careful of. I say that there is a highlight before half-time, and it's Roberts on this right-hand side, cutting in and finding Miyoshi, and Diouf has been penalised, and that is not a foul. It's not a foul. It's not a foul. Penalty then. Harvey Vale. I've mentioned him in the pre-match. Scores his penalty. His third of the season. A contentious penalty, I think, is the best way of putting that. Cozy Dubry. Can we nab one just before half time? Tom Cannon on the volley. Tom Cannon with a first half hat trick. I've got to sign him. I have to. I have to sign Tom Cannon. Takes a massive deflection, but I don't think that's the point. I think the fact he's got the stones to have a go and just get himself. He's just a pig. He's a pig. The tactic's called pig ball. The tactic's called. He's a pig. He just doesn't give it up. So Dango's going to come off then. Sarmiento, I think he's more inverted, isn't he? He is. So what we'll do, we'll bring Ronald on. We know Ronald's a good, competent right winger. Cozy Adubri could actually do with the rest, so we'll bring Sarmiento on. And Tom Cannon's not really performed. Tom Cannon? Tommy Conway. So we'll bring Tommy Conway off, and we will bring our Belgian superstar in Anthony de Scott on up front. And again, hopefully that just gives us another avenue of attack. They will be watching Tom Cannon like a hawk in the second half, I imagine. And if not, the more fool them. So we've got a long throw in directly from kickoff. Ronald. Good ball. Do you flicks it on? And Anthony to Scott. It's an assist for the youth. It's a goal for De Scott. And that is just what we needed. A goal either side of half time. Whipped in. The youth's flicked header. And De Scott. He's going to be some boy. But this, I mentioned it in the last video. We don't necessarily score off the long throw. It's the follow-up to the long throw that we just seem... This team just seem to be there for second balls. Like, we've tried to build a certain way. And Nicolosi, 800k we can get Nicolosi for. To Scott, back to Nicolosi. Miramon's ball. Sarmiento for his first goal for the club. Jeremy Sarmiento. We are building something special in Bristol. The football, the counter-attacking, the signings we're making. What a ball. Sarmiento is not going to pass up that opportunity. And again, it's the idea that we've got. Have they performed? Is there a consistent basis for performance? Can we see they performed a lot in previous seasons? Are they young enough? Can we get them in for free? Can we get them in cheap? Look. This is a team where last season we settled on this formation and we just had to lump it as much as we could. And again, you guys will have seen it. Do you know what? Let's get Trev on. You guys will have seen Ronald's injured again. Go on, Sam, get out there. So you guys would have seen it. The way we were playing, nothing like this. Nothing. I've not changed anything. I've not changed any roles. I've not changed any instructions. It's the exact same roles and instructions. Maybe Cozy Adubri, because he's left-footed, becomes a winger on the left. But it's the exact same roles and instructions that we had last year. We used to, the strikers, we used to change between a poacher and an advance forward, and it just shows how far the match engine's come. I've mentioned it so many times, but how far the match engine has come, where attributes and player traits, good effort, attributes and player traits and different things like personalities and that have a massive impact on the way your team plays. And it's just that idea that like no two players are the same. That being said, we are going to change that up. That'll do. But no two players are the same. No two players are the same. We say it about Ronald all the time. As a right winger, he offers something completely different to Cozy Adubri and Dango, who are much of a muchness. Ronald out on the right, though. Ronald is the most direct winger I've seen on Football Manager for a while. He will run at people all day long. And Birmingham... Is it damage limitation? Or are they cooking? It's Sell. Pring closing them down. Roberts to Sunyich, who's got a free hit. Timo Horn, fingertip save over the bar. Trevor is struggling to meet the pace. We're going to give him a no pressure, as we are for Sam Bell. As the corner is headed into the bottom corner by Zach Orr. Someone we know well from the Vallecano save. Former Arsenal youth player turned Southampton, probably reject. Don't know. Maybe he's on loan. Harvey Vale now. Intercepted by Grinsell. I thought they were going to give another pen there, you know. Ballard to Sunyich. Sam Bell with a great challenge, Sam. And this is all Sam Bell needs to do when he comes into the team. Squad player, squad management, Sam Bell. This is some run, Sam Bell. Plays it in for Trev, who puts it wide. But that started from a Trevor Grinsell tackle on the edge of the box. That's all Sam Bell needs. That's all we need that lad to do. All we need him to do. Pring's corner, far post, Tom Cannon up. Trevor Grinsell. Never going to get that on target, are you, Trev? John Ruddy. Long kick intercepted by Sarmiento, who's out on the right now. How will he perform out there? He's direct as well, and to Scott. Back to Trevor Grinsell. Get it after in. Oh! I have noticed the ball winning midfielder on support is a role I've played a few times on Football Manager. I did have an Everton save offline last year where we had Tom Krause and Amadou Onana doing it. And I think, personally, that's the best holding midfielder role on the game. Oh, I thought Diouf was going to bag then. Sarmiento, he's cut it in again. Ooh! I personally think that role is the most susceptible to play a role. Diouf! Oh! To play roles, play traits, everything like that, all that good stuff, their attributes. Because you can see, if you put two together in the match engine and just watch them, they will play completely differently. Again, Trevor Grinsell, he's very technical, he's a good finisher, he's got good off the ball and good positioning, so he will get a bit further up. Lewis Warrington plays more like a deep line playmaker. Miramon, a tight hamstring. We don't have any subs left, do we? Oh, that's not good. We'll have to see how that goes. The Scott wins it back. Tom Cannon, Sarmiento. But yeah, Miramon, he's more like a Scott. He's more like a let me talk. He's more of a I'll hit you and I'll lay the ball off. And then obviously we've got Nicolucci, who we saw from his very first game. Expansive passing range, bit of flair, will run at people, will take people on. If you've not used that role, that's a silly pass, isn't it, Diouf? Keep going. Then, right. Not liking. Concede too many goals. Mentioned it at the start of the video. We concede too many goals. And I can't quite figure out why, to be honest. Trev's not played well, has he? It'll happen. You're 16 years of age, son. Well, no pressure. But yeah, try it out. Try the rollout. I think it's the most malleable. It can go back to just being win the ball back. But that's what I like to see in midfielders. Like if they've got an option to go forward, then go forward. But I don't want to see them constantly bombing up and down, playing Metzalas. I don't like that. I'd rather just see them like win the ball back and then make the right decision. As Diouf does good defending from Fallou Diouf. Bakuna, who's already scored one. Fucking hell. This is not good, to be honest. And we just keep giving it away. But to Scott, well done. Yes, great decision making. And Sarmiento with some terrible decision making. Sarmiento is not quite as good on the right as he looked to be out on the left. Diouf, man. What a player. Trevor Grinsell, what can you do? Good decision. That's what I'm on about. Trevor Grinsell, bringing it forward. Finds Pring. Oh, good decision. Makes the pass. Doesn't do anything silly. Just makes a simple pass. That's what I like to see. And I think the ball-winning midfielder, this has been the longest point I've ever made. I think the ball-winning midfielder allows that more than any other position on Football Manager. I really do. Mr. Scott looks long. It's headed on. Hayden Roberts, let it go, son. Poor decision. There's another one. But we win a corner out of it. And there is the full-time whistle. Birmingham 3, Bristol Rovers 5. We spoke about Ballard. We kept him quiet. We didn't keep anybody else quiet. So, injury updates then. Ronald, tight thigh, 2 to 3 days. Miramon, tight hamstring, 2 to 3 days. So, we will drop Miramon for the Watford game and go back to the normal midfield. Mitchell van der Gaag, who was Man United's assistant manager and then came in Birmingham. He's better than Ten Hag, put it that way. Definitely, definitely better than Ten Hag. Anything? Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Hull beat Leeds. Hull beat Leeds. Hull, come on! Who scored? 2-1 victory. Connolly and Estepinian. Oh, this next game is tasty. There was always a potential for this Watford game to be a bit saucy. That's why I picked this to live com. We could go top of the table here. So the lineup against Watford, I think we're going to go back to this. Pretty much what we know. Pring is a bit tired. We'll see how he is tomorrow before the game. Matson comes in. Roberts, Ueda, Lingbo. Does Lingbo like big matches, actually? I'd class this as a big match, you know. Doesn't. So Lingbo's coming out. We know Kraft does. Kraft comes in. We will drop the youth again. He is only 18, Fallu the youth. He had a great game last time out, but we just need to manage him. Similarly to how we're gonna do with the younger lads. We need to just manage game time. We need to just be very careful about how often we play these guys. Have I got Borza working on January? How about have? I'm interested. I'm quite happy. I want to see Borza in action. I was hoping it would have been this video, but it came a bit too soon for him. He did aggravate his knee ligaments in training when he came back. So we just leave him with the under-21s. Obviously, the under-21s have a game tomorrow, Sunday, against Wolves. So we will allow them to play. And then obviously they've got the game before the Blackburn game. So the 21s have got a lot of fixtures. I've told the game or the assistant manager to generate friendlies if there's no league fixture that week. Luckily, there's cup games coming in thick and fast now. So the fact they're in the Premier League is a good thing as well because they're playing. Look, Ballard is some leads. Come on, you know. Come on. We have to win this game. This is our chance to go top of the table. Watford away, Vicarage Road, Elton John's back garden. I don't want to know the atrocities that Elton John's back garden scene. Oh, right. So the under-21s then, Grinsell, Balls at Diouf, yes. Okonkwo, Rosiak, Kamara, yes. I agree with that lineup. I really, really do. So, yeah, Diouf won't play, neither will Grinsell. In that case, then we will take them both off the bench and allow them to sort of train with... Ronald's fine. Okay. Trevor Grinsell's not on the bench anyway, so that's fine. That's fine. Come on, lads. So we would just bring Pring back in. He is fully fit. His sharpness is up there. He's fine. He's fine to play. He's match sharp. He's below average for the injury susceptibility, but his match load has been quite heavy. This will be like his third game in 3 days. But I feel like we need to just go full strength. I would say this is full strength. Estrada as the DM, Warrington as the ball winner. I'd say that's our full strength team. It looks at the Watford line up. Kike Sanchez Flores is back at Watford. Bachmann, Sierralta, Porteous, Naismith, former Bristol player, of course, and Gakia, Ishmael Kone, Ken Sema will be the left wing back, Deli Bashiru, Kayembe, Bayo, and Hurtado. So they've got a very interesting bunch of players there, I'd say. Some very tall players. And teams always seem to play this like back five against us with the two holding midfielders. Again, we only really attack with the two front, so it makes sense. But if they're giving up a lot of space, we've gone top on goal difference if we draw the game. That looks lovely, doesn't it? Bristol City, top of the league. But yeah, if they're giving up a lot of space and playing out from the back, we will just change one of the strikers up to a poacher. So we'll just see how we get on. So Strada out to Emil Kraft. Can you make a meal? Make a meal? Warrington, he's got to be careful. Warrington, out to Cameron Pring. Finds Cozy Dewberry, who gets a shot away on the turn, and Daniel Bachman has to make an early save for Watford. Emil Kraft with the corner. We've not got as many in there as we normally do. Deli Bashiru away. Ken Sema taken away. End of highlight. They've had a lot of the ball. A lot of the ball. So I would suggest they're playing short from the back, but I would like to see it in the match engine first before I change to try and stop that happening. Sierralta and Gachia. Sierralta again. Ishmael Kone, good player. Deli Bashiru, Hurtado's dropping deep, and Lewis Warrington wins it back. And that's what I'm on about, the ball winning midfielder. He wins it back. Good ball into McAway! The flag stays down! And we could be top of the table tonight. Yeah, Lewis Warrington wins that ball, and watch what he does. Decisions. He knows he's not a good dribbler. He's not good at shooting. So he just plays it to Dango. He goes, do you know what, lad, you have that. Whereas I would hedge bets on Trevor Grinsell having a shot at goal. I would hedge bets on Nicolosi trying a silly ball over to the far post. And it's such a malleable role. You can mould that role to whatever you need it to be. Deli Bashiru, they're going to equalise straight away now. I'm buzzing, aren't they? Ball in, over the bar from Kayembe. So another Watford corner in front of the Bristol fans in that corner with a mad big screen right in the middle of it. Deli Bashiru, away by Lewis Warrington. Here's Cal Naismith, former Bristol man. He pulls it back to Porteous. It's well blocked. Deli Bashiru back in, looking for Bayo. It's a big man. It's saved. Oh! Ngachia to Ishmael Kone. And he's put that one over the bar. Ooh. I didn't like that one. Didn't like that one bit. Lewis Warrington being crowded out. He had 3 yellow shirts all around in there. They swarmed him like hornets. Ken Sema to Cal Naismith. Hurtado. He's dropping deep and allowing Kayembe to go. And Kayembe's found Ken Sema. Kayembe tipped over the bar. We need 2. They're definitely playing short. We need to stop Hurtado somehow. How are we going to stop Hurtado? So they're saying he's a winger, but he's playing up front. What is he playing as a striker? He's a target forward. That's it. He's dropping deep. So I don't want to tightly mark him, but if we go in from behind, show him onto his weaker foot, and we'll press him more. Yeah, he's a target forward. They're playing 2 target forwards. They're picking it up more than me. So it's telling Warrington to man mark Kayembe as he seems to be getting the better of us. Is he playing as a Metzala? He is. Oh my god, they're all knackered. Oh, hang on a minute then. Let's just go and hit them. Let's go and hit them. Right. Tackle hard. Tackle hard. Trigger the press. Tackle hard. He's right. Let's go and injure some players. Right, Cal Naismith now with a deep free kick. Looking out to Ngachia. It's a good touch by him. He's looking for Kayembe. It's headed away by Ueda. And Pring, that is sensational. Cameron Pring just knocks it back to Timo Horn. Allows the reset. Back to Pring. Nice 1-2. Pring to Cozy Dewberry. Roberts. Cozy at Dewberry dropping into the space and driving forward and just losing out to Ngachia straight away. Hurtado back to Ngachia. Kone spreads the play. Dango does well. Emil Kraft back to Dango Utara. Tommy Conway. Tom Cannon. Cozy at Dewberry. Lewis Warrington. Fantastic to Dango Utara! Who's offside, you dick. Oh, I don't think Vardis allows that. I don't think Vardis allows that one bit. You've changed Hurtado to a deep lying forward, so he will drop, and that allows Kayembe to go. So they're trying to create an overload on this right-hand side. Warrington, ball through! It's Estrada! He very rarely scores! And that would have been Lewis Warrington's second assist of the game if they didn't outrageously disallow that Dango Utara header. Look at this. First time through ball. Tom Cannon dummies it. Estrada smashes it. Bachmann's got no chance. 2-0. So there's definitely some changes for us to make. I'm going to tell them we need to control it. We need another gear. Cameron Pring is on his last. He will come off. Dango Utara is knackered. We'll bring Ronald on. Tom Cannon is on his last, so we'll bring Scott on. I think Scott performs better as the right-hand striker, to be honest with you. But when you highlight him, it doesn't say he's got a preference for side. But I think that might be something they can develop. That'll be quite interesting to see if they can develop that as like a preference the later they get on their career. They have not made a change. But they have changed Hurtado up now to an advanced forward. So I think now we will man mark him tightly with Ueda. Opposition. Tight marking. We'll stop triggering the press on him, but we'll still tackle him hard. Bachmann for Watford. Sierralta. Porteous. Plays out to Ngachia. Through ball. Ian Matson's there. Good defending. Cozy Adubri to Estrada. Tommy Conway on the spin. Ronald. Nice and direct. Estrada. Matson. Oh, not the best from Matson. Estrada back to Ian Matson. Swings one in. Tommy Conway will attack him, but never going to get there. And then Ngachia gets it away. Warrington out to Ian Matson. That's a good first time ball. And Naismith. I think Naismith forgot he was playing for her. As they make a sub, and Ayala comes on and DM for Kone. He's an anchorman now, so they're playing like a flat 4 at the back, maybe to combat R4. I think my issue is that we've not really. I mean, Lewis Warrington is running the game, absolutely, but we've not got much control. Oh, Cozy Dubry, he's not had a great game, has he? Ian Matson definitely hasn't. Ronald to Kraft. Yeah, Ian Matson has not performed. Cozy Dubry needs to come off. We'll bring Sarmiento on. Bam, yeah, we'll bring Sarmiento on out there. We'll just let this corner happen first. Ian Matson whips it across. Ueda's up, cleared away. Cozy Dubry keeps it alive. Kayembe with a big tackle. Tommy Conway's quite tired as well, isn't he? We'll just turn Conway into the poacher, so he's not pressing as much. Who else have we got? Gabaman, Santos, and Cavilla. I don't think we need to change anything more, to be honest with you. Let me know, by the way, if you like sort of the way I do it is I just like to talk through what my decision making is. Let me know if that's what you want to see. Too far out, Ian. Ronald, though. Roberts! Oh, I thought I went in. Let me know if that's what you want to see, that type of content, or if you just want me to waffle, if you want me to talk, if you want me to regale tales of old, or if you're happy with that idea that I just talk through my ideas. I know I've got verbal diarrhea, but can you imagine what I'm like? I commentate games when I'm not recording, so I like just expressing it. They've made some big subs at the back, including Wesley Hoot, who scored against us in the return leg. Head of the way, Ian Matson. Go on, Ronald, run, show them how direct you are. Go on. Shitbag. Warrington. Estrada did well. To Scott to Sarmiento. Sarmiento. To Scott. Sarmiento. Estrada for a second of the game. That's lovely, lovely football. Again, don't forget we are in. Let's just wait for the corner. We're on much more direct passing and as fast as we can, and that direct is we're getting it forward quickly, but we're not pigging it. Nah, the players are too good to pig it now. Last season, that would have been absolutely hiked forward. Not a chance they would have made something like they did there. Ian Matson swings it in, looking for Ueda. Hoit away. Warrington! Oh, he deserves a goal, Lewis Warrington. He's ran the game today. Ball-winning midfielder, running the game. Porteous, another big yard dog player. Bayo, another big yard dog player. Ball into the middle. Ayala to Delibashiru and Ferreira. It's a good tackle by Hayden Roberts. My Nigerian prince. What a guy. I would say we've obviously made the better chances, but Watford have been far from out of this game. Far from out of it. But it looks like a clean sheet and us moving into the top of the table. De Scott holds it up. Well done, lads. Estrada. There's nothing better than just watching players just get better and better and better. Good ball, Estrada. But just watching players, you can see it happening. You can see them getting better. You absolutely can. You see the different things they do in play. And De Scott stopping back when playing it short. He's had to lump it. And Kraft will pick that up all day long. Porteous lumps it out to Ken Sema. And that is the end of the game. Elton John, flabbergasted. Good performance all around. Nice work, everyone. So, confirmation, we are now 2 points ahead of Leeds United, who have been up there all season. We've been banging on the door. We have been absolutely asking if their patio and their paving needs jet washing. We have not relented. We've carried on. Plus 41 goal difference, and that's with us having one of the worst defences in the league. So, yeah, absolutely fantastic results. Two very, very good results in this video. So, the under-21s with a big 5-0 victory against Wolverhampton Wanderers, who are down there in the Premier League too. We are 12th. Oddly enough, Palmer Holden is the top goal scorer, and that is quite interesting, Palmer Holden. But yeah, a 5-0 win. You'll see Fale Diouf played 45, 7.2. Andre Borza completed the full 90, which is good to see. Osman Kamara with a goal. His determination's gone up. He's getting a little bit better. Arda Aslan continuing his fine form in the under-21s, as is Elijah Morrison, who unfortunately looked like he picked up a bit of a knock. And Tranmere, Loney, Ethan Williams, who's had a good season out there, picked up quite a substantial injury. He's going to be out for 8 weeks. But you can see the under-21s are doing very, very well in the Cup. They are joint top with Wolves, so that win takes them above Wolves on goal difference after sticking 5 past them. Trevor Grinsell getting a nice 6.9. Felix Berg on his return from injury. So, yeah, very good. Seb Palmer Holden, they reckon he could be a 3-star player. If you look at the squad planner, again, just talking it through in my head, a 3-star striker is Tom Cannon, apparently, is a 3-star striker. So they think Holden can be good as Tom Cannon, which is interesting. He is out of contract, Holden. He's doing very, very well there. Do we give him a new contract? What's his report chatting? Let's just extend it. Let's just give him another year and see how he gets on for another year. I think it's because he's so physical and they're not maybe as physical down in the under-21s. But I just thought I'd show you that, just show you how he's getting on, sort of what the game is suggesting. I don't think he can be anywhere near Tom Cannon's level, to be honest. They're not the same at all. Tom Cannon's got 9 for defending, 8 tackling. Go ahead, Tommy. Yeah. A very good episode. Very, very happy with how that one turned out. 2 back-to-back victories, and the second victory takes us to the top of the table. So I'm going to leave that one there. I'm going to play on. We'll probably come in for the crunch games at the end of the season. I've not actually looked, to be fair, to see who we have got. There's a lot of football still to go, but I think Leeds and Hull poetic. Leeds and Hull are probably the games we're going to come back for in April and March. March and April, not April and March. So I'm going to leave that there. Thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate... Oh my God, his determination's got up by 1. His determination's got up. Yay! Yeah, I appreciate all the support. Very, very happy with how this season's turning out. Very, very happy with how the save is going. And yeah, I appreciate everything, all the comments, the like, subscribe. Please share this video as much as you can. And we'll see you all next time. Thank you very much and take care.